What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube and Rumble subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers? It's Kush back at again with another New York Giants update video. So in case you guys haven't checked it out, yesterday I released my preview video for the Giants versus Washington football team Thursday Night Football primetime matchup tonight at 8:25. If there was any other situation, I'd be excited to watch my team on national television on primetime football. But I think you guys can tell from that video and from my reaction video to week 1, I'm not that excited, and I don't think you could blame me. And I'm never really a guy to sort of lie to y'all or like tell you what you want to hear. And I think those two, along with many other vids on the channel, are very indicative of that. But yeah, I feel some type of way about this game. I'm not gonna come out here and say I'm completely over the performance we put up against Denver, but guess what? I gotta move on because game day is already here. We're on a short week, and we gotta make sure that we do the right things tonight to win. And one of those right things, it seems, is supplement that left guard position, because Shane Lemieux, our starting left guard, was ruled out. It was either yesterday or a couple days ago, and the Giants have done some shuffling. As of today, per Kim Jones, a Giants reporter, she says that Billy Price will be the one to start at center tonight, and Nick Gates, our center, will shift out to left guard. We also elevated Matt Skura, another center from the practice squad, up to be the backup to Billy Price. So I'll say that once again. Nick Gates, our starting center, probably the most consistent guy on our line, who, you know, he's like week in, week out, probably our best lineman, and I think Andrew Thomas is building his way towards that. But Nick Gates, you know, most consistent, best lineman we have. We know he's extremely versatile. We know he could play guard. Hell, he could even play tackle if need be. But he's just shifting out right there. He's going to go next to Thomas, and I'll see how that works out. Hopefully, it works out in our favor. We know that Andrew Thomas, his performance does sometimes depend on how good the guy next to him is and how much chemistry they have. We all know Nick Gates is good. What we're looking for is the chemistry. But if there's one bright side to look at from that pairing right there, is that the left side is 100% the strongest side of the line now, because you have the two best linemen, in my opinion, on our team on that left side, Andrew Thomas and Nick Gates. Billy Price at center. Will Hernandez, I'm assuming, is going to stay there at right guard. And while Will was beat a couple of times by the Broncos defensive lineman, he didn't have his best game, but he didn't have his worst game either. You know, there was a couple plays, for example, on Twitter, I saw a couple of snippets of him straight up choke slamming a dude on the field, and I was like, Jesus Christ, what was Will doing? That's besides the point, though. He had a very average game, in my opinion. There was things left to be desired, but he wasn't terrible. So we got Will at the right side, and as of right now, it still looks like Soler is going to be starting at right tackle, who also was hit or miss for me. I don't want to go as far as to call him a liability, but when he was bad, he was really bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he was bad, it was downright horrendous, terrible, cataclysmic, catastrophic, all of that. But considering that he hadn't played football in a while and the Giants believe him to still be our best option at right tackle, well, guess what? We're going to have to roll with it. So we'll see how this goes. Billy Price is obviously the wild card here. We have absolutely no idea how he's going to perform at center. Once again, when we signed him, or traded for him, I should say, I like the trade, and I still do like the trade, because he's a guy that was a first-round pick, so we know he has talent. He didn't really work out in Cincinnati with the Bengals, but in the 2020 season, it seems like he was improving as time went on. Now, he was a backup, and in the 2021 offseason, this offseason, and preseason, according to Bengals beat reporters from stuff that I've read, it seems like he was really coming on. It seems like he was really having good progress and making some strides in his own game. So hopefully that's good enough to be a center for Daniel Jones. And I talked about the chemistry between Andrew Thomas and Nick Gates. Now the most important chemistry on that line is going to be between Billy Price and Daniel Jones with snapping the football. I don't want to see Daniel doing a hard count or something and then Billy Price gets called for a false start because he's not used to his cadence. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to look out here and see some bad snaps or anything. Nick Gates, for as good as he is, for example, last year was his first year at center. There was a couple of times during a few games where the ball was snapped really, really badly. Like it went way over Daniel's head, or was like going to the side. Like Daniel had to jump and get it and stuff like that. We cannot afford to see that tonight against Washington's defensive line. And yes, I know we've dominated Washington over the course of the last 2 to 3 years. We're currently on a 5-0 winning streak against them. But at some point, that's going to come to an end, just like how the Eagles' win streak against us came to an end. And Washington, just like us, got better in the offseason. And tonight's a game where it's going to be like something's got to give. It's kind of almost like an unstoppable force meets an immovable object type of thing, because the Giants since 2016 are complete losers on primetime Thursday Night Football. We're 0-5 in Thursday Night Football since 2016, but since 2018 we're 5-0 against Washington. So I know that it really has no type of effect on the game, but it's kind of a funny yet interesting fact to point out to you guys, that those two are so opposite of each other. But Billy Price is going to have a good game. I'm confident. I'm be honest with you guys. I'm confident in Thomas. I'm confident in Gates. I think Will is going to be a good game. All Solder needs to do is not give up like more than 2 sacks, bro. Honestly, that's all he needs to do. So, it comes down to Price. And Price is going to need to show me some things, because BJ Hill, who we sent to Cincinnati for him in the first place, is already showing up and showing out. BJ Hill got a sack for Cincinnati in week 1. You know what I'm saying? Our one only sack came from Azeez Ojulari, who I love. But if I'm being honest, that sack was kind of a coverage sack. It's not exactly like he beat anybody when you look back at that play. And Leonard Williams should have been credited with a sack. The Giants honestly should have gotten 2 sacks. But from my knowledge, he wasn't credited with a sack for some reason. I think it registered as a quarterback hit. So I'm just saying, man, BJ Hill would have been our guy in the middle right now. Or maybe they shifted Dexter inside and he would have been the guy opposite of Leonard Williams. He's already showing good things for Cincinnati. As of right now, they got the advantage. So I'm hoping that Billy Price shows some good things for us, man. That's really what it comes down to. And I really don't want to overlap too much with the preview video. But the offensive line, Daniel Jones, everything on that side of the ball has to be way better than it was during the Denver game. I already spoke to arm's length about our defense and how they need to recover, how Patrick Graham needs to just basically be better on, calling plays when we're down in a game. But this offense needs to be better on actually gaining a lead. Saquon Barkley, while I truly believe at this point it seems like Atlanta is going to be that quote-unquote comeback game for him, we can't have him go out there and average 2.6 yards per carry. That's ridiculous. It cannot happen. And if the coaches feel like that's going to happen, Jason Garrett, then put Devontae Booker in there. Get Devontae Booker some runs. But this line, they did a great job in pass blocking last week. Honestly, for me, the eye test, just looking at the game, Daniel wasn't pressured that much. And then you have the stats that back it up. He was the least pressured quarterback in week 1. He was pressured, I think, on like 4% of his dropbacks. And he was the quarterback with the 7th most time in the pocket. What does that tell you? It tells you either receivers aren't getting open, or Daniel just isn't throwing to the right guys, or a combination of both. I think we all know it's a combination of both. So Garrett, Daniel, both of you guys got to be better, man, because the O-line did the job in pass blocking. Now they got to do the job in run blocking, though. And that's going to be something to look at, because we were horrendous in run blocking. We were good in the pass, but absolutely horrendous in run blocking. So you guys need to open a couple of holes, or at the very least, give Saquon something to work with. If Devontae is back there, throw Eli Penny in there as well. Get the fullback in there to get some, some lead blocks. Just do whatever you can. But kind of an O-line shuffle very late before the game, in my opinion. But it's a short week, so, it is what it is. You guys put your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'll catch y'all in the next one.